Very good stuff. And anyway,
But anyways,
you find out that Oron has been captured by Hades.
and now he's brainwashed by Hades.
And James Wood's fabulous voice talks to him on the inside saying, "You are a dick. You were never supposed to live. Be my bitch and destroy Hercules and his friends." And all that good stuff. And I think you fight Hades again.
Yeah, I believe you fight Hades again.
And once you fight James Woods, he's still amazingly awesome, by the way. But unfortunately, you have to hurt him, so I felt so bad after that. I cried for 2 days straight.
I'm like, I'm only hurting you for the Hades, not the James Woods.
Don't blame me, James Woods. I love you. I loved you. I still love you.
But if Hades disappeared and then James Woods came out from the shadows, I'd probably just turn my PS2 off.
Oh shit, it's James Woods!
I would never finish Kingdom Hearts 2.
James Woods comes out of the PS2. It's like, were you trying to kill me? It's like, no, James Woods, no! I'd just be on the ground. His fabulous voice would be the only thing that would kill me. So you win a cup, and it's very glorious to drink out of. I've tried that once before. It's really big drink. Really big drink.
Okay.
Anyway, after this, you go to where exactly?
Well, where would you like to go next?
Well, that depends. Where are we supposed to go next?
You want to go back to Port Royal?
Might as well.
Okay, we go back to Port Royal, and what do we find out here?
Let's see. Last we left off, I believe, nobodies are taking over now. Like, oh yeah, we forgot to mention, nobodies are now your main enemy at this point, after the halfway point of the game. You're starting to fight more nobodies than Heartless.
Right.
Luxar, the guy with the cards, bitches.
Yes.
He commandeers the Black Pearl. Jack's really pissed off about that. You fight the Grim Reaper.
Right.
One of the most trolling bosses in the game.
Because when you fight him, there's the whole treasure chest thing.
Mm-hmm. The first time you find him, he's like normal state.
Yeah, he's like, normal, and they're like, oh shit.
So you fight him, you take him out, he falls to the sea, and it's like, hells yes. But then, all of a sudden, Luxart throws medallions into the air. Oh, nobody's take him away, and the big guy comes back, but looking more deadlier than ever.
Right.
And so you have to do a side quest of finding the medallions, returning them to the chest, and
then when that's over,
you fight the Grim Reaper once again. But this time,
yeah,
he's invincible unless you can get those medallions away from him.
Because once you put all the treasure back in the chest, then you can actually put harm to him. And then, but you hurt him some, then he'll do an attack which can bring the treasure out, and then of course you're going to have to get it back. And then when you can hit him again, so you can hurt him, repeat this process, and then eventually he will die.
Yep. Reaction commands to the max. Well then after that, let's go to Halloween Town at this point, since we went to Agrabah last time.
Okay, let's go back to Halloween Town.
Dr. Frankenstein, your stupid experiment has left the building.
Yep, but no one's completely sure, but we go back to Santa's place, and we notice presents are being stolen or whatever, but we're not too sure who the thief is, but Santa's like, people. Jack!
I was just blaming the black people, the ones in black hoods. I just blame them for everything nowadays. Why is the economy so bad? Oh, the black people. I am not being racist at this point. You all are dirty-minded.
But anyways, they get to an idea where let's see what happens.
They
Where they want to try to find the thief or whatever.
Yeah, so they set up this present trap. You're in this huge ass present. The thing comes picking up presents, and you're like, kaboom!
Surprise, motherfucker!
And he surprises you more. It's Dr. Frankenstein's experiment.
And then we have a boss fight with
Dr. Frankenstein's experiment? And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you bloody kids. Scooby-Doo.
But,
bitches.
this boss, he's not that hard. It's, just well at him.
No, you just troll him. Like, just go into a form and you're done. Like,
yeah, exactly. He's not that hard.
I just went to
He's more of a joke kind of boss.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I pretty much leveled up my Valor form, like, really high. Because I always use that one than any other form.
Well, like, this seemed like the one game where leveling up wasn't that big of a issue.
Mm-hmm.
Not like from the first one.
Oh, that was a hard time to level up.
Because in the first one, I felt like I had to grind a lot. But in the other one, I could just keep on, processing. And I'd always seem to be at a good enough level. And, I was going for the game just fine.
Yeah, I always felt that in the first one. Because at one point, I felt so underleveled that I actually had to take a break from the actual game and start grinding, like, shitloads. Like, just go to every world every so often, like, every other time. And just, like, look for some Heartless and just grind completely.
Right.
I'm glad they fixed that in this game, which was a very good deal. So anyway, you fight him, you realize it was him, he wanted a heart, so he wanted presents. Jack, again, realizes that Sally is amazingly awesome and hot, and, oh yeah, and then Sora has a daydream about him and Kairi dancing on the dance floor, and then, like in Will's prom, they have sex. The mental images are destroying you.
Anyways, after all that jolly goodness is gone, it's time to leave, and let's head off back to
Agrabah.
The Taliban. I mean Agrabah.
Let's go visit Iago.
And see, at this point, okay, you know how the shopkeeper from the first movie is a character in this?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
You know who would have been a better character? Because being, this at this point, this is we're at Return of Jafar. That little short fat guy. Do you remember who I'm talking about from the movie?
Oh, the guy that was obsessed with rubbing Genie's lamp. It's like, rub it, rub it, rub it.
Yeah, that guy. The short fat man.
And his like.
I think he should have been in that, but of course.
It makes more sense if it was him instead of the merchant guy that introduced us to Aladdin, because he wanted he wanted the genie power so he could get his wishes and whatnot. And
right.
Yeah, he made like 2 wishes. He yeah, all that guy. Yeah, it would make much more sense. I agree with you on that one. Well, let's see. Anyway, he steals the lamp. He gets his wish. I think he sets Jafar free. I'm guessing, or to a point.
Yeah, because then his shop becomes like what a palace room would look like. There's gold everywhere, and
he eats gold nuggets every day, golden apples all the time, every time.
But yeah, we discovered, Jafar, he's back, and
Iago was working with him, that stupid bitch. And so you fight big ass Jafar. And he's like using the city against you. He's like breaking random shit up, throwing it at you. You're riding on magic carpet.
Right.
Pretty interesting boss battle, to be quite honest. It took me a second time around. I forgot because it was like ages since I played, so I died a couple of times in that one, to be quite honest. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Mickey could save you in that boss battle, can he?
I don't think so because of how the boss areas.
The gameplay of it. I've never seen Mickey save me from there, so I'm guessing it's not available for that type of boss.
Right, like Genie Jafar, he's not. No, I wouldn't say he's hard. I mean, yeah, there's times where he'll throw an object at you or whatever.
Well, the one time I played him where I really got trolled was when he kept consistently beating the shit out of me, and I barely had any time to recover. Like, barely any time to recover. So I died like twice because he would not stop trolling me. It was so fucking annoying.
But then eventually, when you do defeat him, he gets sealed back in the lamp.
Yeah, I think he goes back into the lamp. It's like, and you save the world again, and you see the logo, which means end of this world for good, and you leave.
Exactly. And then we can go back to the Pride Lands.
And you're back. Like 2 seconds later, you're back. Seriously, it feels like that. You could ride through the next part of it pretty fast. It's that quick of a. That's quick. That's how quick it is.
Yeah. So we discovered, it's not probably a few days really for Simba. Scar's been defeated, but then but Simba's becoming more and more of a pussy because he's afraid. And he keeps on seeing Scar's, evil shadow appearing.
He's acting like Hercules. Nala's not doing
the
her
ghost
job
of Scar,
well.
yes. So, but then Sora and all them, they get to where they convince Simba, and then Simba he faces his fears and
he says, "Boo!" and the thing goes away, and it's like shitloads of ghost stars travel around and create this really big ass Heartless.
Oh my god, he is. This is like one of the giantest Heartless I've ever fought.
I know. I don't think there's a bigger Heartless than him. I mean, it's bigger than a dark side.
I mean, I'd be like fucking afraid I'll get stomped on.
And they have reaction commands for that. It's gonna stomp on you.
I know. And you're not that big because you're only like this little lion cub.
Yeah, you're still a cub, and Simba dies easy in this boss battle, so you're technically on your own, which sucks a lot. But after you get through that really big boss battle, he falls down. He's gonna squish you. He's gonna squish you. He's gonna squish you. Oh no! He explodes into light, and the big crystal heart goes into the air, and Kingdom Hearts recreates in the distance. Spoiler, but we're gonna explain that anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, let's see. Now that we've visited, these worlds a second time.
Now we have
what?
Now we have 3 Pacific worlds that we have to attend.
Right. At this point, what I did, I went back to Tron's place to finish that up.
I went to Winnie the Pooh's world, finished all his mini games, and
well, I guess we could go ahead and just cover that real fast. Okay. After getting all the Tron pages again, blah 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 blah, you do the fun mini games, and yes, probably the most coolest one that I played was the one with the honey pot, and when you go flying out the book, and Gopher's there, and I was like, I want to hit that bastard. But other than that, Pooh slowly remembers his friends, blah blah blah, and then at the end, the last event, he'll remember you. And
I
then
hated the last mini game.
I'll always be here because I'll be right here
in your heart.
Ass.
Oh god. But anyway, he says, "I'm gonna be in your pants." No, well, I guess that.
Who's gonna be in the pants?
Christopher Robin. That's where he's been this entire time. He's been in Pooh's pants right in front of his dick.